I'm going to show you how to make the cables for the Stevie hat and mittens. The cables are made the same for both, so you can use this video for both the hat and the mitten pattern. But here's a finished Stevie hat, so you can see what the cables should look like. For this I used Patton's classic wool, worsted weight for the top and then also for the bottom, so I thought this was really cute. But okay, let's get started. So we always begin each round with a chain one and a half double crochet in the same stitch. The chain one never counts as a stitch, so at the end of the round you're going to join to the top of your first half double crochet, not the chain one. Okay, so I've done my chain one and I'm going to make a half double crochet in the same stitch. Okay, now we're ready for our first cable. So what we're going to do, this is actually really simple once you get the hang of this. You're going to skip the next two front post stitches and you're going to do a front post stitch in the next stitch. You're going to kind of go behind that first stitch you made and do a half double crochet in the second stitch. Then you're going to come back and do a front post double crochet in the first stitch. Okay, so yarn over, skip the next two stitches, front post double crochet in the next stitch, and this is kind of the tricky part. You yarn over, we're going to do a half double crochet in the second stitch that was skipped. So you just go behind that first front post double crochet you made and do a half double crochet in that second skip stitch. You can see it back there behind that front post double crochet I made. Okay, now we're going to do a front post double crochet in the first stitch that was skipped over right here. Okay, so it should look like this. You can see that front post double crochet on top slanting to the left. And there's the half double crochet in the middle of the cable and that first front post double crochet, which is underneath this one and it's slanting to the right. It's hard to see it kind of right now, but okay, and then we're going to do a half double crochet in the next stitch right here. Yeah, so for this round, you know, you're just doing a half double crochet, then a cable, a half double crochet, and then a cable. And each cable, you know, is made with 3 stitches. Okay, so we're ready for another cable. So we're going to skip the next 2 stitches and do a front post double crochet in the next stitch. Skip 2. Okay. Now we're going to come back and do a half double crochet in the top of this stitch right here, which is the second stitch we skipped over. 1, 2. So yarn over, go behind, okay, now we're going to do a front post double crochet in the first skip stitch. Come over the top of the first one there and make that front post double crochet. Okay, so it should look like this. Okay, then we do a half double crochet in the next stitch. Okay. All right, I'm going to finish up this round and then we'll begin the next round. Skip 2, front post double crochet in the next stitch, half double crochet in the second skip stitch, front post double crochet in the first stitch that was skipped over. Okay, and then half double crochet in the next stitch. And I really like doing, I mean, I know the half double crochets in the middle of the cable are hard, but the reason I do it, it helps keep out the holes. Like with cables, you can end up with little holes. And so I like to do one in the middle of the cable, and then also on either side of the cable, you notice we do a half double crochet. I just think it helps keep out the holes in the hat. Half double crochet. One thing I forgot to mention, before you begin this round, you want to make sure you have the correct stitch count. Otherwise your cables aren't going to work. So basically your stitch count needs to be divisible by 4 to work, because we're doing a cable of 3 stitches and then a half double crochet. So okay, so we're ready to join. So we joined at the top of our first stitch by making a slip stitch in that first half double crochet. Okay. All right, now we're ready to begin the next round. So we're going to start again with a chain 1 and a half double crochet in the same stitch. Okay, and we're going to do a front post double crochet in the next stitch. So if you look at the cable here, it's the stitch that's underneath. It's the front post stitch that's slanting to the right, and that's underneath the other post stitch slanting to the left. So if you kind of spread it out a little bit, it's easier to see. You can see the half double crochet in the middle there. Okay, so we're gonna make a front post double crochet in that stitch. Okay, we're going to make a half double crochet in that half double crochet that's in the middle of the cable. Okay, and then a front post double crochet in the next stitch, which is the post stitch slanting to the left on top of the other post stitch. Okay, should look like this. You can see the stitch on the bottom here and the stitch on the top. So you make the first one in the post stitch that's under the other post stitch. You're slanting to the right, then a half double crochet in that half double crochet that was in the middle of the cable, and then another front post double crochet in the stitch that was the post stitch that was on top, slanting to the left. Okay, now we're going to make half double crochet in the next stitch, which is this half double crochet right here. Okay, front post double crochet in the next stitch. So it's the one on the bottom right here. Okay, half double crochet in the next stitch, which is the half double crochet in the middle of the cable. And a front post double crochet in the next stitch, which is the post stitch slanting to the left on top. Okay, so it should look like this so far. Okay, I'm going to finish up this round. crochet. Okay, so we will end with a front post double crochet in this last stitch. Okay, and then we're going to join to our the first half double crochet we made. We'll make a slip stitch. Okay, so we're ready for the next round of cables. So you can see it's starting to curve in here too. We're done increasing, so it should start to curve in. This is what it should look like. Okay, so what we're going to do here, we're going to slip stitch 2 stitches to the left or the right. We basically want to start in the middle of a cable, okay, in the half double crochet in the middle of a cable. Do not count these slip stitches as stitches. It's just a way to either move left or right, so we can start in the middle of a cable without having to tie off or fasten off. Okay, so I'm in this half double crochet here in the middle of a cable. And we're basically, the cables are made the same way as the first round of cables. Okay, so we're gonna chain 1, do a half double crochet in the same stitch, which is in this half double crochet stitch. Okay, now we're gonna skip the next 2 stitches, which is this front post double crochet stitch here, this half double crochet here, and then we're gonna make a front post double crochet in the next stitch. So skip 2 stitches, front post double crochet. Okay, just like that. We're going to make a half double crochet in the second stitch that was skipped over. Okay, and that's a half double crochet that you're going into. So yarn over, go behind that first stitch, half double crochet. Okay, and now we are going to do a front post double crochet in the first stitch that was skipped over. So this front post double crochet right here. Okay, and half double crochet in the next stitch, which will be a half double crochet that we go into. So it should look like this. You can see those post stitches here going down. Okay. All right, and we're ready for another cable. So we're going to skip the next 2 stitches and we're going to make a front post double crochet around this post stitch here. Then we're going to come back to a half double crochet in the second stitch that was skipped, and then a front post double crochet in the first stitch that was skipped. And remember, you're only working your post stitches and other post stitches, and the half double crochets all go in a half double crochet. So skip 2, 1, 2. Okay, half double crochet in that second stitch, go behind. a front post double crochet in that first stitch that was skipped over. Okay, so it should look like this so far. Okay, let's do another half double crochet in the next stitch. Skip 2, 1, 2, front post double crochet in this next stitch, half double crochet in the second stitch, front post double crochet in the next stitch. Okay. Okay, so far it should look like this. Okay, I'm going to finish this round. Okay, so I'm to my last cable here. Okay, you can see where my chain 1 is here, and from the previous round, and also the slip stitches. We're just going to go right over that when we make our last cable. Okay, so you can see my last post stitch here. So we skip our first stitch and then the half double crochet. We do a front post double crochet in the next stitch. Okay. You can see where this half double crochet is here. We're gonna yarn over, do a half double crochet in the top of that, which will be actually in the top of a slip stitch, but okay. And then we're gonna yarn over and we're gonna do a front post double crochet in this post stitch here. Okay, and then we're going to join to the top of our first half double crochet that we made. Okay, so it should look like this. Let me turn it around here. If you have any problems with this too, feel free to just message me on Etsy anytime. I'd be happy to like label your stitches if you send me a photo. Anyways, I hope you enjoy the pattern.